In this video, I'm going to discuss the benefits of focusing on a gymnast's competition performance ahead of their scores and ranking. Part of competing within gymnastics is of course receiving scores from the judges and being ranked accordingly. What we must remember is that scores are an outcome, a byproduct of the performance itself, which is the input. Gymnast performs, judges provide a score. The performance is within the gymnast's control, whereas the score or ranking of their performance is not entirely, as that's in the hands of the judges and can be subjective. Rankings are also determined by how other people have performed on the day. It doesn't make sense to set goals around an outcome which is largely out of the gymnast's control. Therefore, it's smart to set goals around their performance instead. An important performance goal is to perform the planned routine from start to finish. That should always be the intention. There may also be other performance goals, such as incorporating a new skill into the routine or increasing the consistency of them. Those performance goals are easy to monitor. Judging, on the other hand, despite every effort to be consistent across the board, can sometimes differ between competitions, particularly at lower level events. Sometimes gymnasts are underscored and sometimes overscored. Tracking scores is a really important thing for coaches to do, to notice trends and collect important performance data. But this should rarely be scrutinised between events and for younger gymnasts. It's far more powerful to be used over longer periods of time. Another reason to focus on the performance is that the score or ranking doesn't always reflect the performance goals that were achieved. As an example, perhaps a gymnast sets a goal of including a new skill into their bar routine, and they do that successfully. Despite that, the final score might be slightly lower than the previous time they competed, due to a form error elsewhere in the routine. If our measure of success was solely the scores, we could perceive this performance as poor or at least worse than the previous competition. But in fact, the gymnast has set a goal to incorporate a new skill and done that successfully. That needs celebrating. It could be a great milestone. A gymnast may have the best competition of their life and deliver routines to the very best of their ability, but still not win a medal, as other gymnasts have also competed well or just have higher performing routines. Remember, they can't control what other people are doing. Now in this case, if we were to use the ranking to determine how successful the competition was, then the gymnast would likely be deflated. And it's not great for their self-esteem if even at their best, they still feel like they're not enough. As gymnasts mature and tackle more prestigious competitions, they may understandably aim to achieve outcome goals, such as winning medals or being selected for events or teams, and there really isn't anything wrong with that. But as coaches and parents of younger gymnasts who are learning how to compete and are in a stage of their gymnastics journey where their performance mindset and attitude will be highly influenced, it's important to focus more on improving the performance as opposed to the scores and the rankings. And remember, if the performance is right, the scores are likely to follow over time too. Thanks for watching.